I'd like to know the question that he got, but Joe says, I do have leverage. He was, this according to the Fort Worth Star-Telegram. This was during a reception. The Bengals have their process. I have my process. We haven't even gotten to the NFL Combine yet. There's a lot of things that happen leading up to the draft and a lot of information gathered. Is he talking about him or the Bengals? Because what information can he get? And what does that matter if the Bengals are still going to take him number one? Unless he finds out, hey, this team is interested in me. Hey, I'd rather go to Carolina. But the Bengals, I understand they're doing their due diligence. They're working with their process of, and even then, are you sold on Joe Burrow? I assume you are. But if you're going to go through your process, okay, maybe there's a surprise in there. But Joe Burrow is the one keeping this, in the headlines. When you say I have leverage, all I can think of is Eli Manning and John Elway. They had leverage. Yeah, Paul.
Joe Burrow talked to a bunch of media outlets when he was down there at this reception. They had some media time with him. And he said being the number one pick would be a dream come true. When the reporter asked the follow-up, asked if he wants to go to the city that currently holds the top pick, Cincinnati, he said, quote, I'd like to play football, so whoever takes me, I'm a ball player, I'm going to play. He was asked if he'd like to go to Cincinnati, and his answer was, I'd like to play football.
I mean, you go back to what he said to us at the Super Bowl, and we all immediately, after he left, we went, he just said something that's going to make headlines here. He's keeping it open. So therefore, if you keep it open, then everybody else is going to keep it open. And when you use the word leverage at the number one pick, how many guys have said who were going to be drafted number one to go, I got leverage? Just in recent memory, how many guys can you think of who said, yeah, I got leverage? I can't remember any of these guys. You know what you're going to make. You're already slotted there. And now all of a sudden he's saying he has leverage. Joe Burrow is leaving it open to interpretation. For what reason? I don't know, because he could really close this. All he has to do is say, I'm going to Cincinnati if they want me. I want to go to Cincinnati. To be number one, to go to Ohio, back to Ohio and play for the Bengals, that's what I want. What is your process that you're leaving that open for, unless there's the possibility you're not going to Cincinnati or you don't want to go to Cincinnati? I don't make this up. I'm not reading into this, and I've been accused of it, but I'm not. I'm just pointing it out. I hope Joe Burrow, if he goes number one, goes to Cincinnati. They can use the help there, and if he goes there, it could be a great story. But I'm not naive. Joe Burrow keeps this in the headlines. Nobody else. He does.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune into Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV. Stream for free on BR Live or download the Dan Patrick Show app.